Last time we met, you were beginning the Rally for Rivers. Recently, you started this project Green Hands. You were there with Eric Soleim in Delhi a few days ago, along with Dia Mirza and others. First of all, tell us, the idea of Rally for Rivers about planting trees on riverbeds and lost riverbeds and so on. How much has that had resonance across the country? Is it making a difference?
Oh yes, making a big difference. As you know, 162 million people participated. That itself is a huge thing. Today, everybody is conscious. You just see from September to now, how conscious the country is about the water dynamics. Big time or no? And one important factor is Rally for Rivers for sure. And Niti Aayog has picked it up. Many recommendations that we made have already become policy, others are on the way. One important thing is mandatorily shifting from regular flood irrigation to micro irrigation, which the government is making the necessary efforts. They've allocated $850 million, that is 500 crores for 1 year of micro irrigation, which is a big shift because 84% of water consumption is in agriculture.
Yeah.
That is a very big shift. For the rivers in Karnataka, just now we are signing a thing with Karnataka government to plant 25 crore trees along Kaveri catchment. And in Maharashtra, as I said, we are working on a few rivers.
You think this Kaveri issue will get solved if trees are planted on the riverbed?
See,
there'll be adequate water to supply?
If adequate water is flowing, see right now monsoons came,
Yeah.
adequate monsoon this time. So can Karnataka hold back the water? Do they have a place to hold it? It has to go. It is going plenty now. So every year, if rainfall increases, the only way you can increase the rainfall is to have substantial vegetation, particularly in the catchment areas.
How do you square that? Here you are trying to convince the nation it's important to plant trees on riverbeds. And I don't know if you've seen the story here in Delhi, they're cutting 16,000 trees to build flats for government babus in the middle of a city. How do you square these two things?
See, this is a country of many contradictions. It's your choice whether you want to be with the solution or with the problem.
No, but I'm saying, it seems like this country is working in two different parallels. Some people are trying to go around convincing the nation about planting trees and the government is cutting trees.
We need to understand there are many dynamics to a nation of this size.
Sure.
This kind of population and the land and population equation is so bad. So naturally there is pressure. So I have my home, now I say, you should not build any more new homes. But you don't have a home, you will insist you want a home. This is the reality. So those who are already well-to-do, they say, no, we must protect the environment. This is why the significant aspect of Rally for Rivers is, this is a marriage between economics and environment.
But do you buy this logic that, let's say in a place in Delhi, here in this instance it's happening in 3 places in South Delhi, the government is saying, to compensate for that, we are planting trees in other parts of Delhi. Do you buy that logic, that if you can cut trees in one place, but plant them somewhere else and it's okay?
You could as well build where there are no trees.
Okay, I think that's an interesting answer.
Now I'm trying to push up this thing. Now whoever is cutting up these trees, there's one way to do it. Let's say it's 50 acres of land. Now some votaries went about saying that you should not build tall buildings. For a population like this, tall buildings are very needed. If you take 50 acres, if you build 1 acre, 50 floors, and we must make it like this, your office, your home, your shopping and your child's school, at least till 8th standard, 10th standard, is all there. You don't step out of your building 6 days of a week. Sunday, if you want to go out, you can go somewhere. And this can be completely ecologically friendly. These 49 acres, you have forest developed, you have a wonderful place for your children to grow up, your air quality will be good and you can make it zero garbage thing, Everything, power can be generated there, no garbage goes out, it is complete. Right now you see, those who live here work there.
Yeah.
Those who live there work here. What is the point? Both sides of the street, the traffic is busy, what does it mean? Those who live here work there, those who live there work here. What is the point?
Yeah, particularly in a city like Delhi. I mean, people living in Delhi work in Gurgaon, people living in Gurgaon work in Delhi and
what's the point? So why don't people live, and at least the new developments, you live and work in the same place? Then all this traffic can be taken off.
Do you think people who are in positions of power, positions of authority, people who make policy are sensitized enough? Here in Delhi, pollution is a huge problem. I'm sure you must have faced it too. I mean, is that even top of the agenda for our policymakers?
Right now it is. The kind of response we're getting for Rally for Rivers from the government and the way they're trying to push it with the state governments, because this is a concurrent subject, they can't do it by themselves. They're pushing it to all the state governments. We have signed MOUs with 7 different states. So, it is definitely on the top of their mind right now.
But it's still polluted.
But what you mess up in 25, 30 years won't get fixed in a year or two.
Sure enough, I mean…
And the population is growing, economy is growing, that means everybody will consume more, everybody will throw out more waste, all these things are there. But for your Yamuna, at least they've sanctioned a budget, 300 meters on either side, they're going to plant trees all along the way.
I'll believe it when I see it.
No.
Because the Yamuna right now is looking not like the Yamuna
budget has
20
been
years
allocated,
ago.
but I want you to understand, if the sewage water doesn't go into Yamuna, there'll be no Yamuna most probably. There's hardly 10% water is there, rest is all sewage. But pollution as a problem, water pollution I'm talking about, air pollution is a different matter. Water pollution as a situation, we can fix it in a matter of 2 years if there's a determined policy, which they are doing with Ganga right now.
Okay.
It is from that confidence you hear the minister saying, 70% of the pollution I will fix in a year's time.
Do you believe the Ganga has actually been cleaned up in the last 4 years?
See, you don't have to clean a river, you just have to treat the sewage. Till now, our policy has been, municipalities or corporations will set up the treatment plants and the polluting industries themselves will set up the treatment plant.
Okay.
This is not the way. This is what we recommended and they're taking that seriously now. Polluting industries must not be treating the water. Treatment industry must be completely different. So if you have a polluting industry and I have a treatment plant, will I let you throw your sewage into the river? Because it's my business, I won't let it happen. That is the position they've taken, so they're confident in a year's time, 70% of the sewage will be controlled. Because industrial sewage you can easily control because it's in one place. Domestic sewage is another matter because our towns and cities are built haphazardly. Now you have to invest a certain amount to relay the pipelines, the sewage lines, so many things have to be done. That will take maybe another 3 to 5 years. But sewage is not the biggest problem, depletion of water is the real problem.